It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we're on the road to the Super Bowl. Another step towards the Super Bowl begins. We're off in the first of 4 divisional round games. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. They get an even 10 on that play. And the Patriots will have a first down. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Going to the ground again on first. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Fits it through the middle. And he's into the end zone for a New England touchdown. The Patriots take a 6-0 lead right away. Point after up and good from Bates. And the Patriots will jump out to a 7-0 lead. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Throwing here, Travis. His first throw is an interception. And the Patriots take over after forcing the first turnover of this ball game. Well, for their sake, partner, I sure hope the rest of their pass attempts this game go a whole lot better than that, because it is pretty clear this defense came to play.
And I can promise you this, Kate, nowhere on that opening script does the word interception ever appear. You never want to see an INT. Now they're going to have to flush it. That's the key here for this quarterback in the offense. Got to flush that mistake and press on ahead.
From the 35 on 2nd down. He finds his running back. Nice work, complete. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
They send a man in motion. Here's the give on 3rd and short. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. May now from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
First down from the red zone. Lockett isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Trying again, following the sack. Short pass brought in. And he's able to get this down to the 13.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
And the Jets in the dime for this third down. From the gun, it's May. This throw is caught. Touchdown, New England. A quick second score for him, Brock, already. And we aren't even out of this opening quarter yet.
I think I just saw that D coordinator rip up his game plan down on the sidelines, because you got to find some new resources here. You got to dedicate more bodies, more physicality to this playmaker, because we know in this league, when you get a guy going like this, they're going to go to him until you stop him.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Here's Breece Hall on the ground for the first time. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
From the 47. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling.
It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Patriots get the football back across midfield before going down inside the 45-yard line on the return. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
First down throw for May. Dump off caught by his back. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, there's never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was 1st down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
Here's 2nd and 11. Completed over the middle. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. To the air yet again, May. Complete beyond the marker. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
The throw is caught. And he drives this forward to the 6.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
And he is into the end zone for a New England touchdown. The Patriots take a 20-zip lead. Drake made the touchdown. His third total score in this game. They broke out the design run for him there. Coach just tells him, hey, Brock, KQB, do your thing, get us 6.
Yeah, and these offensive coaches love this play, and defensive coaches hate it, Kate, because it really gives you an extra hat, right? An extra number when your QB's got the athleticism, got the legs, got the instincts to go run it in for 6. A defensive nightmare, an offensive touchdown.
Michael Dixon set to kick off.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. Chooses to bring this one out. And in the end, his choice to bring it out was a good one. He had some 5 bonus yards and is out right at the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And that was just a little bit too low to be brought in. Trying to find his tight end. And now it's 2nd down.
Defense relentless on that play. As some of them closed in on that pocket, the others took away the easy throwing lanes, and they really influenced that incomplete pass.
He's on the move. So that's the end of one in this AFC divisional round contest. 21-0 our score. More from MetLife coming right up. Time for the second quarter of play. It's Jets football. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
And that's incomplete, but he might have done a little too much to cause that. Flag comes out, and this could be interference. They'll have a new set of downs following that defensive penalty. Running it after the penalty. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Travis. Throwing the out route complete. They get 13 on the pickup. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Here we go. Now Travis. That one's cut along the left sideline. And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. He has it at the 5. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. Give him a couple on the run, and it's now 2nd and goal.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, And now you're set up for what you want to do on second down.
Oh, fullback's got it. Look at the power. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Jets start to fight back with their first points of this game. Point after added on by Elliott. And the Jets get it back to a 14-point game. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 30. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
From the 33 on second down. Thrown left is intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Watson. And the Jets will take over as he picks off his 10th pass of the season.
Oh, coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other side to track him down and stop a potential pick six? I think everybody deserves a little credit on the field for that effort.
They go play action on first. Flushed out of the pocket. And in, touchdown, New York. Well, great work there, Gronk. They weathered the storm, and now they've gotten themselves right back into this ball game.
Anybody who's played this game has been here before. The game doesn't start the way you want. You're in a big hole, and all you can do is climb out of it. And the words of Pete Carroll resonate. It's not how you start, it's how you finish.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Christian Benford up to make that stop. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun, here's May. Hauled in by Gray. And he gets it forward to steal about a yard out of that. Wrapped up on that play by big Quinnen Williams.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Timeout taken by New York. That's its 2nd. They're down to their final 1 in this half. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Here's May. This has been a trend, yet another interception. Sauce Gardner with the INT. And forget the interception, he makes this a pick-6 touchdown. Elliott on now to attempt the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Jets tie this game at 21. A quick chance at redemption after that pick-6 as it's sent away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Lone back gets the handoff. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. So the defense decides to decline the penalty. Offense to the line for second down. May now. He throws a bullet down the left sideline. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, third down coming up.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he could take the lid off the defense at any time.
May now on third down. Lays out left side and gets it. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. And man, did he make an impact play.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Trying to throw here out of the gun. It's another interception. And the Jets get it back after making their third first-half interception.
You know, Kate, once you've thrown a couple picks, it's easy to become check down Charlie, right? Just throw it underneath and not take any more risk because you don't want to throw what he just did, his third interception of the game. It's time to protect the football at all costs. And if not, well, that backup better get ready.
70 range, 70. Here we go, set.
Travis setting up to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Running back, motioning right. That's caught. It's Breece Hall. Rolling into enemy territory. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They pick up 20 yards there. And it'll give the Jets a first down. Coming right is Hall. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. They gain 14 on the play. And it's good enough for a New York first down. So it's the 2-minute warning here from MetLife. And it's the Jets with a 1st and 10. They go right back to Hall. He finds some space again. And he has it all the way down to the 8. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Hey, look, any run of this size is going to wound the defense. But you get this game going right up the heart of their defense, you start to break their will and break their pride.
Timeout taken by the Patriots. They're 1st and 3. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first. Four downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal.
Let's go. Take go.
They'll try with the wideout. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. Timeout taken by the defense. They're 2nd. Headed in the wrong direction, Brock, as they take 2nd and goal now from the 13. On the counter, Hall. And he'll take this only to about the 11 before going down. Now the Patriots calling their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call's going to be on third down.
19 tight, 19 tight. Stephanie.
Now the offense going to take its third and final timeout. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call's going to be on third down.
60.
Here's Travis. Dumped off to his running back. And he's going to take this across. Touchdown, New York. The Jets get some late points and the lead. Breece Hall with the touchdown. Extra point up and good by Elliott. And the Jets break that tie and now lead by 7. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They're out and set. First and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Back to the air. It's May. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. It's a pickup of 11. And that's a New England first down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
May on first and 10. He's going to push one deep down the... That's grabbed inside the 30. Touchdown, New England. The Patriots earn the chance to tie before halftime. Bates takes on the extra point. And the Patriots tie us up 28-all. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Travis looking to throw. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it second down.
Man, that ball looked good out of his hands. It just couldn't get through the defense cleanly. Somebody tips it away and saves a potential completion.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down.
Here we go, shot.
Throwing here, Travis. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
As much as we talk about offenses wanting to stay ahead of the chains, they want to stay on script. Well, a defense, they want to rip that script up. And a sack like that, creating third and extra longs, it's exactly how you get it done.
Here he is on third and long. He puts some air under a deep throw to the left. And that one's going to fall incomplete. No luck there. Just 11 seconds remaining. Trying to force one through there. And they're going to be stuck with a fourth and long.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, well, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
Jordan Stout's headed out to punt it away on 4th. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. Collects this at the 32. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. 58 yards on the punt there. And they'll have a chance to run one play before time expires. Here comes the final play of our first half. They'll run here on first down. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like, the 40-yard line. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. Half the battle complete, Brock, as we resume play here. Let's find our AFC Championship on the line. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. They'll start this one out with Hall. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Second down now, 7 to go.
Let's go.
Back to throw, Travis. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
3rd and long for him here. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Escapes a defender. And the Patriots get it back as he intercepts him for the 2nd time this game. Well, Brock, it was an absolute battle in the first half as they played to a tie heading into the locker rooms. And already we have the first big play of half number 2 with that INT.
Yeah, not just the first big play, but maybe the first separating play here, Kate. There's always a moment in the second half, especially when one of these teams makes the play, right? That one that we're going to circle and look back to as the defining play of the half. We may just have witnessed it right there.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Back-to-back carries here. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Third and 6 for them to figure out now. May now from the gun. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. No luck finding his receiver that time. And now they're up against it here on 4th down. Bates' kick is up and good. And they've taken back the lead.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
That right there is one of the biggest differences between the NFL and college game. Heck, the high school and Pop Warner game. Because when you break away from a sack at those lower levels, big things happen. But at this level, this big boy league, just because you get out of one guy's arms doesn't mean you're safe anytime soon.
Big catch made, and he got both feet in. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And it'll give the Jets a first down. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. From the gun, it's Hall. And he's officially into enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Finds his target, Hall. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
It's a gain of 4 there. And it'll give the Jets a first down.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Now Travis. It is caught left side. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Let's go now.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. That's caught for the first. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Hall takes it straight ahead. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
That is teaching tape for a linebacker. Read, react, and finish.
3rd down, the Patriots sending out some reinforcements with a dime package. Travis. Escapes the pocket. And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Jets take a 3rd quarter lead. Elliott on now to attempt the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Jets take a 4-point lead. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to gift them a drive starting at the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
You know, so often we talk about speed offensively, right? We love receivers that can run. Well, that was a perfect example of how speed kills you defensively. A hurried throw almost ended an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack. Speed's the difference.
This one goes for 3 yards. And the Patriots will have a first down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. From the gun, it's May. Cut for big yards on the right side. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that's a New England first down. Handoff now from the gun. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, here's May. Oh, it's another interception. Picked up by Jalen Watson. Only 1 quarter left. Nice field position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10.
Ready? 19 Lions.
They're going play action. Finds his fullback. And he's brought down after a short gain.
You want to know why we see so many gray hairs, Kate, on these D coordinators we meet with? It's plays like that. These D coordinators hate quarterbacks that can escape the pocket, escape the blitz, and make you pay with completions.
He gets this one to Gould. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
Let's go now.
3rd down from the gun. Escapes out to the left. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down. Here comes the punting unit for the Jets. And this is the 2nd time he's been brought on to kick it. Got 46 on his first punch, and this one's pushing a little more distance. That's taken on the 7. And he gets them what he can, but still pretty deep in their own territory starting out. Officially a 55-yard launch. And the Patriots will be backed up pretty deep to start the drive. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
May. Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. Really pushing the envelope on 2nd down, but the deep shot doesn't work.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Throwing is May. He's trying another one deep. hits the deck. No fear from them trying to go deep on third down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. Fourth down coming up.
Gosh, you could just almost feel his eyes up here, Kate, getting huge, right? He was envisioning the return, and he simply dropped it. Got to secure that pick before you think of anything else.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on fourth. Trying to throw for it with May.
Oh my.
It falls incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Here's Travis. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
They give on 2nd to Hall. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that 1st down.
With all these collisions these running backs take between the tackles, sure nice to get a little crease on the outside, get in that open field, and let these runners do their thing.
Third and a lone yard coming up. Man in motion out of the slot.
Check.
They're going to think this over before trying 3rd and 1. They take a timeout. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. He's back to throw. And that's a New York touchdown. Elliott on now to attempt the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Jets drive their lead to 11. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
19 tight. Here we go, set.
Made a throw it. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Hey, Kate, I think we know that the quarterback's a demanding position because not only do you have to have a clock in your head, but you've got to have a spatial awareness of where you are on the field. And once you start retreating, going backward and backward and backward, you got to just fling the ball in the stands. Otherwise, you take a huge negative sack like that.
And he's going to be brought down up the 28-yard line.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
May now on 3rd down. Complete out to the right side. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. First down throw for May. He's got it over the middle. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
I can't tell you how nice it is to have a big, trustworthy tight end in the passing game. Such great size to have, and he forces those defenses to find a way to try to match up when they can't.
Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. To the air yet again, May. Finds him on the slant. And he'll go out of bounds close to that 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
To the air on 1st down, May. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. Clean breakup on that throw. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
May trying again here on 2nd. Oh, put some heat on this deep ball, left side. So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from New York. Patriots trailing by 11. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. They've got a man in motion. To throw.
I hit the wrong play.
It's intercepted. And the Jets take it away once again. The 5th time they've intercepted in this game.
This is a lonely place. And I don't know how many walking the planet have thrown 5 picks, but I'll raise my hand. I did it in an Apple Cup. And it is a lonely, humbling feeling. Everything that could go wrong, well, it's gone wrong for this quarterback today. And I hope that's the last time we see him throw a pass in this one.
The defense calls a timeout. So that's their first. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
3rd and 4 coming up now. Travis looking to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. A quick 3 plays, Brock, and we have arrived at 4th down just like that as he comes through with some contact to break up what looked like a catch.
Hey, guess what, Kate? These guys aren't getting paid by the down defensively. They want to get themselves off the field in as few snaps as possible, and there was no way they were letting this drive extend beyond a 3 and out.
They're out and set. 1st and 10. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. May on 1st and 10. Connecting on the slant. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that 1st down. Running back sent in motion. May now from the gun. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete.
Read and react. Read and react. Read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going. And you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
Back to the air. It's May. Trying to push it deep downfield. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball. Incomplete.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down.
Here we go.
Throwing now. And the streak continues. Another one hits the ground.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Desperation time here on fourth. They connect for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. One of their biggest plays of the game, and it comes on a fourth down gamble.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive. You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
That one's cut along the left sideline. And he's got it inside the 15 before going out. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And the Patriots will have a first down. From the red zone now. And that's incomplete with 7 seconds left. Time for one, maybe two more snaps.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
From the gun, it's May. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Now 4 seconds left. We've got a timeout. Not that the final play is going to change the outcome, but we will get one more snap. All right, this is going to be the final play of the game. One final shot here. And there's our last in image of this game. It's intercepted. And the Jets get it as he makes his third interception of this game. So the
wanna try to beat the force. I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you look a piece. Wanna see some more? 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 Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you look a piece. Wanna see some more?
Don't be afraid of the bounce. See when your things levels got changed to your mouth. How can I walk in doubt? Never been a beg, never been a loud mouth. Pen can go for days. I'm obsessed with it, can't change my ways. So blessed with it, what can I say? Top form staying in shape.
I wanna try to beat the force. I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you look a piece. Wanna see some more? 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 Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you look a piece. Wanna see some more?
I'm gonna run it up, though you know your fun is up. James knew back when I was coming up, didn't wanna know then. Now I bet they're loving us no more. No R&R, the bar is raised. If you know me, know I can bar for days. Nothing to prove cause I've done enough. Lights out, still gonna keep the torch. Show you a little piece, wanna see some more?
I wanna try to beat the force. I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you look a piece. Wanna see some more? 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 Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you look a piece. Wanna see some more? Show you look a piece. Wanna see some more?